See, imagine how much smoother this roofing could look if it weren't for these random bits of lining. I get their separating parts for the engineer's work to be a bit easier, but you're kind of like, come on, we're trying to go for a sleek image with these new buses, and it's just kind of making it look scatty. But I do like the shaping of the roof in here, I will give you that. But it's just these lines that just ruin it. And what could be better is these walls here could be the same exact colour as the windows here. The windows borders. Instead of just being out of random, just being blue when the whole interior is meant to be grey. Just doesn't really complete well with the interior. I just hate when they keep doing different colours on bus interiors. Like, you got this one that's pale white, you got this one that's grey, you got this one that's like kind of white, and you got this one that's in a shade of blue. Like, just make it smooth for fuck's sake, man. Do these designers not have brain cells or what? I do like the use of labelling the bus's brand here. That's smart.
Stagecoach estate. For your safety, please cross the cycle lane with
And
caution.
it would, you know, I want to see a bus one day, yeah, where the rear seats kind of like curve up and then they go back down. I want to see a bus like that one day. And I feel like we can use handlebars to our advantage instead of just making them straight and boring. I feel like we can actually use these handlebars with how much we rely on them on the buses. Like, you can actually make the handlebars, like, I hope one day they do this, by the way, where we actually use the handlebars to create like different shapes of them. So like it feels like you're walking into like a tangled bush or something. Like, that's the, like, I want a bus to have that kind of image of the handlebars one day, because we can use these handlebars to our advantage because they're scattered everywhere, you know, on the bus. You know, up here there's barely any of them, but I feel like with how many of these handlebars you see on buses, I feel like we can use them to our advantage and actually create some artwork with them and just make them like shaped in different ways. I want a bus to utilize that someday, where the handlebars are all, you know, curving in different angles, and just, it looks like you're walking into like a more soothing vibe where you got like nice shapes to look at with the handlebars. But I like it like this though, where there's there's not much handlebars in there obstructing the view, but then these three old handlebars here kind of just ruin the mood. What they could have done is they could have just made the handlebars right by the end of the cabinet instead of just making them all stretch up like that. Because with them three long handlebars just standing there in the middle of nowhere, it just kind of ruins the vibe. Well, you could at least try and make them all connected to each other. You get? Like, make these things communicate. Make them all be curving inwards. Like, you could have this one, yeah, the one right at the end, yeah, curving left, and then the one right at the front curving right. So like it kind of looks like the handlebars are like communicating to each other, if that makes sense. Like, you can make, yeah, you can make, wait, you can make this one, yeah, the one on the left side, yeah, rotate towards the one that's at the end, and then you can make the one at the end sort of kind of like rotate to the one that's nearest to me, and then the one in the middle just leave it how it is. So that at least it looks less awkward that you just got out of the blue handlebars just standing there and you're performing some type of artwork with it.
Lewisham Shopping Centre. Creekside. For your safety, please cross the cycle lane with caution.
I do like this use of the glass here. It would have been nicer if they continued that to this side as well, because that's actually smooth, man. It would have been also nice if they put that here as well.
Creek Road,
It
Norman
would
Road.
it would kind of be nice to like kind of reveal the electronics in there, but would that spoil the look? And I do like how the CCTV is just tucked in its own corner there. That's something that I've never seen in any other bus before, where they actually tuck the CCTV in its own corner, so that it looks less off. It doesn't look like some random block that's just poking out of random. It actually looks like it's involved with the bus.
The next bus stop is
I said that
closed.
they're putting it to good use, just tucking it in there. I haven't seen them do that on no other bus before. I actually dig that.
199 to Lewisham Shopping
I do
Centre.
like how the handlebars just curve down, but that's something I always like about buses, the way the handlebars go down all the stairs and then you got the nice lights tucked in there. It would be nice if the lights were a bit brighter.
Greenwich Town Centre, Cutty Sark Station.
And you know what would also be nice here, so that the way the front window shape doesn't just look awkward with all these windows not really shaped in the same way. It would have been nice here if the side windows kind of led on towards the front. Like the first side windows here could have led on a bit more towards the front and start off in like the same shape on the side part of them, on the front part of the side window. If they just led a bit more to the front and the front part of the side window matched this side of the front window.
Greenwich Town Centre, Nelson Road.